Good evening. This side Rahul Magan here as a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting, and also a venture capitalist. As we speak, Treasury Consulting is a multinational headquartered group based out Singapore. We are a multinational hedge fund who take exposures in US, Europe, Asia, currency and commodities. 100% profitable. More importantly, we have other revenue streams as well, like news desk, trainings, Sheetal Academy and many more. We all know what is happening in the market. On the one side, the central banks are clearly adamant that they would be hiking the rate. And this stupidity of the central banks would be costing the global economy hugely. That I'm telling you right now. It is technically known as error. And this error is happening just like in United States. Many governors of Federal Reserve are very clear that there should be a 50 bips hike at least 3 times, which is June, July and September. If this would happen, then the mess is on the cards. As simple as that. And this mess would not only restrict to the developed markets, it would come to the whole globe. In between, the action is happening in the crypto front also. So today I downloaded a very good, information from Bloomberg website. Although some part of the information I am not convinced, but a part of the information I am convinced. Guys, crypto is not, I would say, well acknowledged market in the globe by the regulators. The reason is very clear. Regulator is an idiotic person. The knowledge of the regulator is always 20 years earlier than the entrepreneur. So the entrepreneurs works 20 years in advance, not all, but the regulator works 20 years before. This is one of the reasons why the big fours like KPMG, Deloitte, PwC, EY, they did tremendous frauds in accounting. So you name the fraud and they commit that. But these frauds are not yet plugged in US GAAP and IFRS by the respective regulators. Why? Regulators is 20 years earlier. Similar is the scenario in crypto. 2 months ago, when the first ETF stands Exchange Traded Fund, when the first ETF in the crypto market launched, and I remember Bloomberg gave sufficient hype to that ETF, but in the last 1 month, thoroughly, I haven't seen Bloomberg even covered that. So one thing is sure, that international media now having hardly any difference versus Indian media. So they first give the hype, then investor enter. Of course, investor have no knowledge. Then the investor lost, and then the media caught. Do you know, guys, only in 2022, the crypto ETF, crypto exchange traded fund, lost 60% of the value. 60% of the value, which means if you would have invested $100 2 months ago in any ETF, then today the value is $40. And if you are thinking the mess is done, then you are mistaken, because the mess isn't done. Now by mess, I don't mean crypto. I mean all asset classes. Let it be very clear. So if I go with this document, which is provided by the Bloomberg, of course, I would have detailed video This document is clearly saying that we do have 6 ETFs currently. Number one is a Global X blockchain. It is down minus 64%. Then you have VanEck Digital Transformation. It is minus 63%. Then we have Bitwise Crypto Industry Innovators. It is minus 62%. Then we have First Trust Skybridge Crypto Industry and Digital Economy. This is minus 61%. Then we have Virdi Cleaner Energy Crypto Mining and Semiconductor. It is minus 59%. And then the last listed is Defense Digital Revolution, which is minus 55%, which means on an average, the 6 listed crypto ETFs are down by at least 60%, we can say. Now, how we can hedge that as a smart investor? Now, the next few minutes on that. From the first day of my life, I believe in the concept of intrinsic value. Many Einstein, Edisons, Newtons, Graham Bell, Galileo are coming to me and saying how to compute the intrinsic value. But they do not know how to compute and they don't have any intent in learning the intrinsic value. Guys, remember, intrinsic value is valid even for crypto also. So if you are thinking that intrinsic value is not valid for crypto, then you are mistaken. Intrinsic value is valid for crypto also. So example, I am not quoting any specific crypto exchange in India. So there is one crypto exchange we have in India who regularly message to the investors. I repeat, investors, those who invested in their exchange, that we listed this coin, we listed this coin, we listed this coin, and so on and so forth. But the one thing which I always miss when I get these messages is, that where is the research report? Example, Luna. When Luna was listed, almost on all crypto exchanges of the globe, I got the message. I went to the website, I went to Google, printed more than 20 pages on Luna, depend upon my time, studied line by line, you know that now, like I study this. And I finally concluded that I am not going to be investing a single dollar in Luna because Luna is not satisfying my research guidelines. So I completely ignored Luna. You know what had happened? In a crypto crash, very recent, 2 weeks ago, although it wasn't a crash, it was a managed crash when 2 big private equity firms did the crypto swaps. I know many people do not know crypto swaps as well. In this crash, the Terra or Luna, whatever you say, collapsed to 99.5%. And I was watching the screen at that point of time and I was laughing that, guys, this is the coin where people invested tremendously. I know few people, my friends, who invested tremendously in Luna. Few people invested 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 4 lakh, 5 lakh in Luna. And now there is the value of this 4 lakh is not less than 400 or 500 rupees. American investors, European investors, global investors, they all lost it. So guys, now crypto is falling. And this to me is a very right time to enter into the crypto market. But let me clarify. When I say right time, based on intrinsic value. If you know how to compute the intrinsic value of a crypto asset, then there is nothing like it. Because officially speaking, we have thousands of stable coins, altcoin, meme coins and the big coins, the blockchain, private or public blockchain. But practically speaking, hardly 1% of the people knew how to compute the intrinsic value of the crypto. So if you're looking at this, which is provided by Bloomberg, where 6 ETFs, right, lost not less than 60% of the value. Of course, I'm doing my research and I'm telling, and very soon I get to know how much is the loss to the investors. The research is going on. But to me, this is a great opportunity because many coins are slowly and eventually coming to intrinsic value. But the point is very clear. Do you aware what the hell is intrinsic value? Because the way we compute intrinsic value of a stock, any stock, is completely different the way we compute the intrinsic value of a crypto asset. But the hard reality, we are far away from knowledge. This is Rahul Magan from Trishi Consulting Group. You knew my number, 9899242978. I repeat, 9899242978.